Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, the tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a 32-yard.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch it.
This is Mostert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was brought
That's
down.
a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the Steelers' 26-yard line.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. 11. Mostert. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 2-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
65.
Once again, it's Mostert. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
6-yard loss.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here we go. 41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. 21. Here we go. Come on, QB, come on. 41's coming. 41's a Mike. I got it.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 for the Niners there to 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Garoppolo on 1st down. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for
that incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Niners on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Bud Dupree, his 2nd sack of the night. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
On 1st down, it's Connor looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Niners' 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Down to the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
21.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 49ers. From 6 yards away. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout.
To Jordan Reed.
As they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. The quick slant caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Garoppolo again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert. His second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers are back within a score. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Final score.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk about playing a night game, they're closer to being sleepy because of East Coast time with their bodies when you're kicking off to play the game. So that's a real big accomplishment for them to get that done. The flip side, too, is traveling home. In the old days, you had to wait to get the video for your next game. You had all those. So you were really a day behind. Now the video's on their computers as they get on the plane to head back, so they can get a lot of work done on the plane while they celebrate.
It's going to be a long red eye, but as you said, a celebratory red eye back home. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
He's brought down at the...
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The ball carrier, Steven Nelson on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
First down.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners have taken the early lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner.
Number 30, James.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 24.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 24, Roethlisberger, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
He is good.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Steelers, nothing. Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
49ers.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
The ball carrier.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now Mostert. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
49er ball carrier.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here we go, here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
98, watch 98, 98 come up.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
To George Kittle.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Kill. 21, 21.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jalen Hurd there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Connor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
They'll run right side with Mostert. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Mostert. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
49ers.
Here's Mostert. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. That'll be caught right side by Reed.
Garoppolo.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Niners on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 7.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Taken down at
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 59, Mike. 50. 59, Mike, the 59. Hey, what's the ball?
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. 3 bud, 3 bud. Hey! Play. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Get that quarterback at all costs. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check.
Ben to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the lane. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's been a long day. Hey, alert. Mike's by 4. Coming. Lock it.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mike, check. 52. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike's 59.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. That is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
49-yard line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
Garoppolo's pass.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Complete to
13 yards there and a Niner first.
13 yards. And the 49er first down.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, he scored on the ground and through the air as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Wow, that return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Watch the screen. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. We don't want this.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the 1st down at the 1-yard line, though.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Sponge. Say alert, 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 alert.
They'll run for it with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Connor going to try and run it. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
19 yards.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
1st down.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical. And
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand.
All right, Mr. Fantasy Champion, we just saw him fake a field goal, and the kicker has the opportunity to throw a pass. He completed it, but not for a 1st down. Does anyone get any points for that?
No, he just gets some pride going back to the sideline saying he completed a pass as the kicker. But the big thing here is they didn't get enough for the 1st. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Intended for Jalen.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
59 mark, check, 59. Blue down. Mike, check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all.
Playing
And it's been
next
a long day
LOL.
for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Right. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
From the gun, it's
Just kidding.
Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
At their own.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of
Still
18
throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
49er 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Brings up 2nd.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll run with Mostert. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
From a yard out. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And he finds the tight end, Reed. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.